no joke. Stack these buyers, play that role. Small bag now, but I'm in control. What's half a zero? That's no check. No, still my 2 bands, that's respect. Facts could've got greedy, lost that bet. Streets trying to lock in. I'm up next, up trying to hit big, might end up broke. Flip man taught me, that's no joke. Stack these buyers, play that role. Small bag now, but I'm in trope. He came low, I ain't flinch at all. Took that play, now I'm on call. List got deep like late night text. They pay to play, I just in that next. Flip man said don't force the flip, so I ride the wave, then stack and dip. Back 2 bangs, life better keep things moving. Now I'm first up when the cash start booming in. What's half a zero? That's no check. Nope, still make 2 bands, that's respect. Facts could've got greedy, lost that bet. Ain't locked in, I'm up next. Tryna hit big, might end up broke. Flip man taught me, that's no joke. Stack these buyers, play that role. Small bag now, but I'm in control. Flip man moves, I'm locked in tight. Small win stack when the plays feel right. True, could've held out, but I took that bite. Now my phone don't sleep, deals all night. Good, he paid the fee just to stay on file. That's how I know this game worth the mile. Ain't about greed, it's staying in motion. Hogs get cooked tryna swim in the small bag now, but I'm in control.
It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
What's happening?
What it do? We in the house.
Oh yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Welcome on TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. We're going to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate where your cash or credit does not matter. Today's topic is wholesaling real estate, the fastest way to quit your job. We'll get into that in a moment. So if you'll just dive into the comments and let us know where you're located, city and state. Located in Birmingham, Alabama. Torian is in Memphis, Tennessee, and Chevy will be here in just a moment in the Tampa, Florida area. So if you can let us know where you are, that'll help us out. Also, post your questions there, comments, properties that you want comped, and we'll get right to them. Also, if you will like, share, subscribe, and follow. Subscribe on YouTube, tap the little bell, select all so you are alerted when we upload new videos and when we go live just like this. So what we got?
All right, so thank you for everybody. I know you already said it, for checking in with us live. Going to start with But Who Am I? Said, good morning, Flip Fam. Eugene, Oregon in the building. And then LG checking in from Houston, Texas. This is Lincoln on the iPad. Welcome back, Lincoln. And seems like I can't change my handle to what is on my phone. So you might have 2 accounts. Probably what that word is. Gary Ross said, morning, y'all. And Kevin Fraley, it's my first time saying you here. On Facebook, thank you for checking in. Said, what's good, Flip? And then Michelle Simmons from Legacy 3 Enterprise said, hello, everyone. I have a few offers out to agents and looking for buyers. Okay. So those, all right. And Maquilla Penny said, love it. Hey, Flip Fam. And she's checking in from Facebook. Welcome back to the live. And Odile Thomas said, good afternoon, everyone. David Bowie said, "How has live streaming generated deals for you guys?"
Not as much as you would think, but it has. Not as much as you would think, but it's cool.
All right.
It's worth it.
And over on Instagram, Candace, what is this? Candace Make Oni, hello from Lake City, Utah. Okay. And then business funding fast, get working capital now. Says they're from ATL. And then Kevin is from Tallahassee.
No.
My fault. I said it too fast. Oh, because I was about to say Florida, but you better correct me. So go ahead with the story about
No, no, no.
Tallahassee.
You're not pronouncing it correctly.
I know, because I was talking about Tallahassee,
Yeah.
Florida. So I wanted you to correct what I was about to say.
Yeah. Well, how does it appear to you?
It looks like Tallahassee,
Yeah, that's close.
Alabama.
Yeah, Tallahassee.
Okay.
Kevin, what's his name? Fraley.
Yeah.
Looks like he's probably 40s, 50s.
Okay.
So he probably knows like one of my close friends, Tamala Stewart. Let me know if you know Tam.
Okay. I'm gonna see if he respond back. Is it a small town?
There.
Very okay. All
Yeah.
right. Sharon, welcome back to the live. Said good morning. She's checking in on YouTube. I haven't seen you in a while, Sharon. Welcome back. And King AJ on Instagram is saying hi from Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay. And then Charlotte is in. I didn't realize, Charlotte, that you were in LA. Maybe I did know it. But I
Los
forgot it.
Angeles.
LA. Stephen Vaughn. I know Stephen is in Philly. And I hope you had a bodacious weekend. Philly, PA, checking in. I wasn't really impressed about the Superman. I don't know how you.
I thought it was pretty good.
But it was about the damn dog. Okay, like come on.
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sharon is in Aurora, Illinois. I think Aurora is close to Chicago. I think.
Yeah. It's a suburb.
But who am I? Where is jamming? Yeah. We've been asking about jamming. Hopefully she's okay.
JPB.
Did she get her deals and get out of the way? Oh, okay. Possibly. But hopefully she told us she's okay and everything's fine. We'll see her soon, hopefully. Michelle Simmons said, this is from Legacy 3 Enterprise. So, Ty, I reached out to you about this property in Arkansas.
Let me see here. Why did I do that? Napier. Okay, so let me look it up really quick.
Okay.
Napier.
And
I don't see that in my emails.
Fayetteville. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see where did you send it? When you say you reached out to me, where did you send it?
Okay.
Don't see it.
Alexander S is saying, "What's up, Flip fam? Good to see you all." And he's in Charlotte, North Carolina. And then Lionel Jackson is from Baltimore, the Big B. Okay. I'm not sure if they call it the Big B, but and Michelle Simmons is saying, "I did not originally give you the address." So I guess she's saying, oh, she was talking about the property, but she didn't give the address, so you probably won't be able to search it by that address. Michelle Simmons. And she would like for us to comp it now.
All right. Okay.
Chevy's back.
Yeah, so Chevy's in here.
We in the building. It's going down.
What's happening, man?
What it do?
Man, it's a beautiful Monday, man.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all.
You gonna comp this property, or you want me to?
Sure. Pull it up to her so I can find it.
All right, it is there.
Fayetteville, Arkansas. What the seller asking for that? Let's see
Well,
here.
she didn't put it in the text. I don't know if she.
Okay, let's see if it's listed or something. Let's take a look. See what's going on with it. Um. Okay, no comps there. Let me see something else. Oh, it's listed. Okay, makes sense. All right, so they're asking 140. What else? What else? Been on the market for 54 days. Had over 3,000 plus views and no offers. Well, that's crazy. What's wrong with it?
Send me an email.
This is not ideal for a first-time home buyer as it needs an overall including. But okay, plumbing, flooring, subfloors, foundation repairs. Oh, that's what's wrong with it. Makes sense. All right. So let's dive a little bit further. Is let's see, is that a non-disclosure? Arkansas, no, Arkansas is not non-disclosure. It's
Mm-mm.
not for it. Let's see. Prop stream have one, two, three. Oh, I put it down here. My bad. Okay. All right. Y'all can see it now.
Yes.
I can see it. Okay. So prop stream. Let's see here. 130, 120, 120, 100. So yeah, the property is crazy overpriced right now. So that's what's going on. It's crazy overpriced. How far is that 200K one? That 200K one is right down the street though, which isn't bad. And that's a 3-2 as well. Smaller lot, built differently. This one is built in '98. Okay, let's take a look at overall. Yeah, they did a great job with the house, but I can see where, yeah, you would need this around 50 to 60,000 for it to make sense. 70,000 max.
7,000.
Yeah, but I mean, it got a strong comp from this property right here, and this one, yeah. So this is a similar comp. This from '98 though, built in '98, and this sold. Say it sold for 240, but with the foundation and everything that's going on with it, it's going to need a lot of work just from the foundation itself. So that's what you got to take into consideration. So last August it sold for 250,000 last August. So yeah, if you could get it sixty around 60,000, move it back at 70, you'll be good to go. All right. Good.
She was saying that she felt like it was overpriced also.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely overpriced for sure.
And Kevin Fraley did follow up his comment, Flipman. It said, yes, I know her. She's a great person and her family is huge.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's my girl though. Oh Tamala.
And Lincoln Wynn said, I just did the Zoom call getting the demo of Investor Base, and it's incredible. It's pricey, but will be worth the investment. I know to partner with you all to close some deals and have a budget to incorporate Investor Base in the near future. So,
I mean, a lot of times what happen is you don't know what's the deal a lot of people don't know what a deal look like, right? So, I mean, especially when you're venturing off into new markets, it takes time and due diligence and everything like that. And I've been running into the hiccups of putting properties on a contract and not being able to move them. Um, but now just being mindful of how I'm doing it to where we have our due diligence period. The numbers are the numbers, right? So if we come close to the numbers, or we could go back and get a reduction, cool. If we can't, move on. But investor base definitely help with increasing your knowledge base of what a deal would look like specifically for that surrounding area and what where buyers are buying at.
and Michelle is asking, is anyone here close to the property that could walk? Oh, okay, she's asking in the chat. Okay, I thought she
Close
was
to
asking.
what property? Oh, the Fayetteville. Oh,
Yeah, the one they was asking 140. The one. Yeah. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
walking the property. I mean, the property is listed. They have all the pictures on MLS. So you really just want to
How many views on that was on that?
3,000 plus,
What was the average view day?
60.
Yeah,
Been on there for 50 days. There's foundation issues, subfloor issues.
yeah, yeah,
So there's a lot of issues with the house. That's why nobody haven't really made no offers.
yeah.
That's all that is.
Well, they probably made offers they just hadn't accepted them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They ain't accept it. Yeah. So before anybody wastes anybody time, you want to just create an offer and just submit an offer to the realtor and see what they say.
Yeah, I would probably.
And,
What was the asking price?
140.
I would knock off another 50 off of that. So what half? What would it be?
I told her set 60,000, moving back at 70. But that would be for kids. It would be 70,000 as an offer.
and let's address this because I don't want her to waste her time because she said the agent is asking that we see it first.
Nah, that don't make no
That
sense.
don't make no sense. Just
Pictures already on.
it's too many properties to target. It's just too many. It's just too many properties to target.
No, no. You let that agent know, hey, I'm going to submit this offer. If it makes sense, cool. If it doesn't, I understand. So submit an offer before you even waste your time going to walk a property that you already see the pictures in. The agent done a great job when it comes to this describing and this listing all the things that's going on with the house. Like there's no need to walk no property at all. They already did. They already gave you everything that you need.
Yeah, on Zomps, that's a common.
And they rejected the kiss off.
Okay, so we
So,
on to the next.
they've already rejected it.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah.
just,
Yeah.
just as a side note, because she said the agent wants you to walk the property first or whatever, that's a common response. And so on Zomps, if you go to Zomps.com, go to find deals and scroll down, you'll see where it's titled down the best responses to what realtors say. That's one of those top 10. There's more, but these are going to be the more common ones. And so number two says the owner won't accept offers sight unseen. So on that one, you just say we understand something to like this. We understand, but to operate efficiently as investors acquire multiple properties monthly, we focus on making offers based on available information. We always conduct a thorough inspection during the due diligence period once an offer is accepted. Basically you're telling them we look at too many properties to go out and look at. Well, we make too many offers on properties to go physically walk them each time we make an offer. That's the purpose of your listing. That's the purpose of you should have enough information on your listing where we can make an informed decision. And then once we get it under contract, we will spend the time at that point to walk the property to see if we're interested in it. I understand why the agent is trying to do that or whatever to save time or whatever. But still, I still want to do diligence period, even if I seen it, or whatever. Even if I was going to personally buy it, we're gonna walk it again. You know what I'm saying? So you rather have more time, more options for you to make the best informed decision than not, right? So, and the other one up here is they may ask you the question, same thing, but more so in a softer way. Have you viewed the property already? And it says, no, we only saw the listing online. The photos and information you provided are more than enough to make an initial offer. Further due diligence will be conducted during the inspection period. Since we buy multiple properties per month, it's not the most efficient use of time to visit every property before making an offer. Saying basically the same thing, but that's a softer approach that they may ask you that question or whatever. So, and one of the other biggies is that sometimes agents think you are an agent, and so number 10 addresses that down there. So there's some others here, but you can easily access those there for a little guidance on what to say. But yeah, you're falling in love with that. Move on.
Did y'all comp the one in Jacksonville?
The one in Jacksonville.
Or maybe I'm moving too fast. Let me see. Yeah, it was right below the comment that Okay, no, just keep on going. I don't see it.
Oh no, that's a person that I had to ban that person because they are just posting addresses and not really saying what they want. But Sharon posted a property that's in Las Vegas. She wants to get comp. They said they're asking $399
In Vegas?
in Vegas. Yes.
Mm. Wait, you say you banned him because he just be posting stuff and not saying nothing?
He's been doing it probably 4 shows, and he
Oh,
never really says anything. He just posts addresses and says nothing.
oh,
So he's either trolling us, and if you're on here, because he can still be on here and just not be able to comment. But if you're on here, um, we had to do something different, sir, because you just posting addresses and not saying anything. So
50.
communications is key.
yeah, so I'm gonna take this off and put you on screen.
Yes, sir. Sharon, you say they actually $399. Okay, nice. Let's see what we do with this one.
Got some consistent numbers on it with Zillow, Redfin, and Realtor. So 460 would be a good number.
400 ARV. Yeah, I mean they asked in retail at $399.
I got it looks like it has a little room, but still too close.
No, that's tight. Numbers are tight for sure. Um, you, I mean, if you're looking across the board, man, the buying activities is really around this one. This one was 279. Um, this one doesn't say. Let's look up this one though. Let's see what it
Oh,
went.
that's the main
Oh,
property.
that's the main. I'm tripping. I am tripping.
You got to zoom in a little more now.
Okay, and then this one. Okay, yeah, this one was 223. But smaller properties, right? So they're both smaller, and this one's a lot bigger at 2,400 square feet. So, mm, what do you think, Flip?
Oh, they telling you it need to be 200 and below to make some money.
I mean, but those properties are half the size of this one, though.
I don't know. Can you what are they selling for though? Or are you going to be able to get that square footage back in price per square
No,
foot on an appraisal?
not at all. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, so they overbuilt.
This one, 465 at 1,700 square feet.
So they did get that number. Okay, cool then. Okay, yeah,
434 at 1,800 square feet.
yeah. So it looks like they're not giving much on it being bigger or whatever.
Right. No,
Based,
they're not. They're really not at all.
then
See,
it's gonna take a little more to renovate because it is bigger.
452 on a 1,500 square feet. 475 on a 1,800 square feet.
It may do 500.
I would say, but not at 399 though. If
No,
you
no,
wait
not three. Now I would probably say if you can get it at, I don't know the condition, but if you can probably get it at three, maybe
300,
300.
yeah, 300.
Yeah, 300. Looks like it'll probably do 500 because of that square
Yeah,
foot.
yeah. If you get around 300, even 310, like 300 to 310, 315, you can move it back around 315, 325, 330, probably even 350. Honestly, you just gotta get it below the low 300s, not the high 300s, for it to make sense. That's what I would say. I mean, that's based on the area and what everything looks like. Yeah, you would need it in the low 300s because I mean the area is solid, so it looked like a desirable area. So you would need it in the low 300s for it to work, Sharon, for sure. And it's off market, so yeah. Let me know if you need my help to talk to the sellers.
Would help to know the condition too, though. But
Yeah, 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 definitely. But it's a 6 bed, 2 bath. It's not bad
mm,
at all. So yeah, it's definitely gonna need some work when it comes to this renovation. So you definitely want to find out the condition. Because if it's a big job at 2,400 square feet, that's easily 60 to 100K in reno. So cool.
We have a question over on TikTok. Wheezy Clips is asking, how is AI used to find deals today?
You can use AI to target the most investor friendly like high investor buying activities in certain cities, so you could pinpoint that based on cities. You could use AI to pinpoint based on buying activities as far as price point as well. What are investors paying? So you could ask, hey, what are investors paying in XYZ city for a fix and flip or for a buy and hold? So you can use AI in many different ways, man. We do that now with AI when it comes to this targeting certain cities.
a couple of other things that you could definitely that'll help newbies in this. Well, even if you're doing it, so uh, things that you would uh, normally have to put just a ton of thought into it is that is like whenever you're running numbers on a property, if you have the proper amount of information, really no matter what type of property it is, it could definitely help you with that. Just how to have a conversation with the seller, whether it's a house, whether it's land, or it could be commercial. You got different types of commercial. It can help you with understanding what type of conversation you should have, and what needs to be collected out of that conversation to be able to properly analyze and underwrite the deal. Um, um, Now, all kinds of stuff. As far as marketing a property, it help you. You can use it to help you write a description of your property. You just need the address, how many bedrooms, a bath, maybe an idea of the condition of the property. If you have to actually have photos, you can upload the photos, and it'll give you a description of it or whatever. So you can take it and I'm thinking more than a lot of stuff to as far as a marketing deal. I'm just thinking about some of the way I do it. It's just gonna for me. It's rare I use exactly what it says, a lot of times it gives me a way of thinking about things differently, right? It's probably more than anything. It just thinking about things differently than I would have probably thought about it, and then I can put my own twist on it at that point. Also, if you have like one of the things, and I think I've shown it a couple of times, is that for whatever reason, agents don't make their email addresses easy to identify and locate. You can use ChatGPT, but Gemini is better for it. Some stuff Gemini is going to just be better because it's Google's um, AI model, and it's going to be tapped into everything. Your Google Sheets, your Google Docs, Google Maps, YouTube, and so now if you use Gemini, you can just put in the agent's name, their phone number. That would be actually enough, but you have the brokerage also, and say find their email address, or you may only just have a number for them as far as their office number. You can put into Gemini and ask it for their actual mobile number, their cell number also. That's some small things that I can just think of off the top of my head, but it's really just where your imagination is, and what you need out of it to try to speed up your process of doing something is probably more beneficial than anything. It just speeds things up, which normally that's what technology in general does. It just gives us time back more than anything. So, and obviously there'll be more to come or whatever. So, but yeah, and then whoever asked the question, what are you using it for if you have?
That's Wheezy Clips on TikTok. Yeah. Um, so Michelle did respond again. She first of all said thanks for the responses that's on Zumps. But she also said not falling in love, just trying to be sure I'm doing the things properly and learning.
Of course, yeah, yeah. Don't take that personal. It. A lot of times, the deal is easy for you to walk away from. That you've already made your offer, they rejected it, and that's what happened, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really,
it was actually, yeah.
now see that, and that really probably it wasn't low enough. So if they rejected it, you just move on for sure.
And it's getting pretty decent views,
Yeah.
but even
If,
though
if it's rejected and no counter offer, yeah. Because what the purpose of making an offer is for you to see where they're at, right? What kind of counter they're going to make.
Hmm.
So this way you can determine, do you want to pursue or do you want to move on? That's all it is. So let's keep that in mind as well. So we're not just making offers to make them and then moving on. We want to make sure that we're creating now a conversation with that realtor. And if there's a conversation happening now, there's something possible with it, for sure.
and it was a follow up for Sharon. Would it change the offer because it's only mostly cosmetic work? Would that be-
I mean, you're really where buyers are buying at is on the low 300s, Sharon. So even though it's just cosmetic, you just gotta pay attention to what buyers are willing to pay. That's all.
All right. Lip movement. Welcome to the last one. First time seeing you here. It stands for living in my purpose. Okay. I definitely need to get back in the game. I have not heard of Investor Base. Anything that will help me secure my first deal, I'm all for it. And he or she is saying, I need to be updated on the new stuff for sure.
And investor base is going to help you with moving your first deal. It's not going to secure a first deal, but it will help with moving your first deal. For you to secure your first deal, you want to tap into a tool like a prop stream or a deal machine. Plenty of other things out there, but those are our go to when it comes to this being dialed in. That's if you're doing properties anyways.
And my fault. I did skip over Mr. Fraley. He did have a question. He said, how do I know what the property is worth? Example, if the seller wants 10K, how do I determine the worth to the buyer?
I mean, if the seller wants 10K, depends on the condition. I mean, it all just depends on what properties are being sold for in the area. So if the seller wants 10K and properties are being sold for 100K, depends on the condition. If it don't need that much work, and hey, 10K makes sense. But let's just say the property's worth 100K and it needs 100K worth of work, and the property wants 10K. It's not going to make sense for a buyer, right? So at that point, it's a tear down, or it's, hey, you want to give this to me for free, or whatever the case may be. But to just to determine how what a property is worth, you have to. It's based on what properties are being sold for in that vicinity. I haven't heard clone in a while, man. Are you? we, we not going. This is a perfect question to
Yeah,
ask.
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Uh,
Um, so y'all gonna have to help me with it. But hold on, let me see. How do we know what the? Okay, all right, cool.
yeah.
So let's see here. Let's see what we got. Hmm, okay.
And Kevin is saying he is a newbie and want to definitely flip a property.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Bama boy. That's what's up.
Now, how far is that from Birmingham?
Tallahassee is less than 2 hours. He probably can tell better. He probably can tell you better. But matter of fact, the last time I was in Tallahassee, I was at their house. I can tell you, I can't tell you the year, but I can tell you the date. It was 4th of July, whatever year Steve McNair was murdered in that murder suicide with the young lady.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember.
Whatever year that was, that's the last day I was there. So you know, but it was on the 4th of July, and I was hanging out with them at their at her parents' house. So whatever year that was, that's the last time I've been to Tallahassee. But let me see. I'm trying to pull this thing up here. Let me remove this. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, the thing. All
And
right.
I'm assuming, Kevin, that you mean the worth of the property. I know it says work, but when we use the clone, I think he's asking, how do I determine the worth to the buyer?
Okay. Yeah. Let me. Okay. So y'all can see my screen. So start call and I'll tell you what it's about to say. What can I help you with today? I'm ready. All right. Throw that question back up there.
All right, there you go.
All right. So, how do I know what a property is worth? Example: the seller wants 10,000. How do I determine uh, the worth to a buyer? Would that be a deal for a buyer? All right, so here's how you figure out what a property is worth and if it's a deal. First, you need to look at what similar properties in the area have sold for recently. These are called comps, short for comparable. You're looking for properties that are close in size, condition, and location to the one you're evaluating. If the seller wants $10,000, but similar properties are selling for say 50,000, that's a good sign. You might have a deal. Now, you also got to factor in repairs. If the property needs work, you subtract those costs from what the property could sell for after it's fixed up. And don't forget, you need to leave enough room for your buyer to make a profit too. Most investors are looking to buy at 70% of the after repair value minus repair. So if the numbers work out and you can get it under contract for 10,000, you might have something to offer to a buyer. But here's the thing. Don't just take the seller's price at face value. Always verify the numbers yourself. What's the condition of the property? What's the market like in that area? And most importantly, what are buyers in your market actually paying for properties like this? That's how you know if it's a deal. Does that make sense? It makes sense.
That
There you
makes
go.
sense. That makes sense.
Makes sense to
Definitely
me.
makes sense. All right, and Trina Harvey on Facebook. My first time seeing you here. She simply says, "Help me, Amen." Uh,
You're right. You're right in the place. What's her name? Trina. 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 Okay. Yeah, you're in the right place, baby girl. I don't have a thing for VIP, but I need one. Yeah, you just want to text the letters VIP to 205-964-5243. That's going to get you going down the right rabbit hole that you're going to come out with just with money, right? But on the flip side of that, just to be serious, and then you can come back here. We're here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays around 12:30 Eastern, around 12:30 Eastern, and then on Thursday nights, most Thursday nights at 9:30 ish Eastern, which is a little late, but hey, try to get everybody in at that time. So you can ask your questions there just like you're asking now. So don't feel like any question is a dumb question, because if you don't know the answer, it is, you don't know the answer, no matter how small it may seem or whatever. So, but everything you literally need to know is on YouTube, especially right there on my YouTube channel. Uh, Ask Flip, man. Just so dive in. And that's for anyone out there.
And over on Instagram, Money C3 is saying, "Good afternoon, Flip Man," and he also said, "Love the info that you give." And then Jay Smooth on Instagram is saying, checking in, saying, "Good afternoon, gentlemen."
What up, Jay Smooth? What was my other man name?
Money C3.
Money C3. Oh, and I didn't mention to Trina also.
Oh,
We talked about AI a moment ago. I don't know how to mention this, and I guess we just used it. So I can clone all of my content that I've posted since 2008. That's 17, almost 17 years in August. Well, next month, a few days from now. Um, and so all of that's there. All the course informations are there on houses, land, self storage. So you could take advantage of that right there at your fingertips. My brain, the way I would answer, either through text message or through actual voice. So I don't know if it can get any better than that. Like I say, it speeds things up. So now you don't have to wait until we go live Monday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You can actually, tap in immediately, and you can test drive it by texting the word clone 205-964-5243. You will be amazed. It's only going to get better.
and Debbie and Scooter, welcome back to the live. Said, "Hi guys, I'm happy to be here."
I am happy to be here.
And then David Bowie said, "This live stream is on which platforms?"
Facebook twice, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and even the tick of the talk, TikTok.
Boom. And Yoshi's World, welcome back to live. Said, "Afternoon Duval." So I'm assuming he's in Duval County. That's the county, right? It's not a city.
Yeah, Jackson
Duval County. Yeah, I think so. Florida.
is
All
the
right now.
county seat, I'm assuming.
And let's see here. Oh, in Movement, he's introducing himself. He's sorry. My name is Jason Smith from Michigan, Metro Detroit, home of BMF. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Detroit. That's where BMF originated. Okay. So Lawrence Green said going to have to catch you all on the flip side. I guess he had to tune out.
No.
Join us for the next one. And hey, Kings from that's Shelton Morris. He's checking
So
in from Florida. I'm sorry, Facebook. I said Florida. I don't know if that says boomerang something. I can't see what that is. But said, "Hey, Queens." He meant Queen Kings because he followed it out. Okay. I want to jump on top of that because he did somewhere. He changed it to Kings. Yeah, it was here. Oh, he was saying "Hey, Kings" and also "Hey, Queens." Okay.
all right, no doubt.
All right. And Kevin said, "Makes sense." Raven, welcome back to live. I want to say I've seen you here before. Said, "Hey," and everybody said, "Thanks." And then Raven has said, "I found a property, but the owner only has an address." I found a
Yeah,
property.
that's all you need is that's all you need is the address.
Hey, and anybody that sends me over, like people reach out to me on all the different platforms and ways or whatever. If you send me over a property, you want my opinion on it or whatever, and this is, I guess, with anyone beyond me, it makes it very difficult for me to give an opinion on something you got going without an address. I'm not going to give it any thought if I can't find an address. Like I'm gonna email you back. Where's the address? I can't now. I don't know if you just say, I don't know what it is, but I can't do anything without an address. Right now, if you think I'm gonna steal your property, then I probably ain't the guy for you anyway. Right? But it ain't no very difficult. It's difficult because you just give me a scenario. I can't guess. I have to look to see what we're talking about because even though you may give me some details about the situation, price, or whatever, I still am guessing without seeing the property. There are more things I want to look at than just the situation or whatever. So now there's some quick math or whatever I can obviously, but I still, if you want a real opinion on it, I need an address.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Well,
Am I missing something?
Nah, it ain't nothing being missed.
Okay.
well, I'm sure you get a lot of people
One plus
that
one
want
equals
you
two.
to
Hmm?
One plus one
appraise
equals two.
without knowing the address.
No, 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 no. Well, then
What
we ain't got nothing anyway. Then we still don't have anything, Tori.
you know what I'm saying? This you didn't hear the whole thing because me
Go,
and she was
go
talking
ahead.
at the same time. So I was just saying that you probably get people sometimes that text you or email you with they want you to give a value on a house or whether it's a deal without an address, and that's the reason why you address that.
See.
Okay, all right. So that's the only thing I was
See?
saying. I don't know what you were thinking, but that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But let me just give a shout out to Waco over on TikTok. He sent 65 roses on TikTok, and he has 5 messages that he wanted to put on here. And
I ask every one of them.
he said 65 roses. He said, let's close a deal together before the month's end. He also said, let's get a deal together. Walk me through. He said he has prop streams, so let's get it. And then he sent another 17 roses. So he really wants to do a deal with you before the month's end.
Hey, let's get it, man.
All right, so
So
shout out to
I'm
Waco.
saying what? So you ask all these questions.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, that was
Oh,
that.
okay.
I
Yeah,
guess it
yeah.
That,
was
So
those weren't questions. Those were comments.
comment.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
And I
was
those,
had to address it. So
that
he
was
just
bullet
wanted to
statements that we
comment.
were going to read for sure.
Yeah, he wanted to comment. I
he
mean,
want them killing comments red. Okay.
what city are you from, man? You know, you know, a lot of times people think that they it's a great place to start, which is in your backyard, as far as doing pursuing sellers and negotiating all those things, man. But you could do this thing completely virtual, meaning you could be in your city and you're doing deals all over the country. That's the beautiful part about real estate,
And
is
then
that you don't have to commit to any particular city. You could expand beyond your horizon and you could be in all these different cities that you ain't never even heard of. I've now found in the course of 6 months there is so many different cities I've never even heard of, but but once we target them, hey, it is what it is.
And that's a great area. He said he's in Chicago, Illinois. Huge
Shot
area.
town.
Yeah.
country boys, not that.
Oh, Waco is saying that I bought the wholesale real estate masterclass, but please take me under your wing. And
You did.
hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is Waco, Jaco?
Yeah, hit me up.
Yeah. Um, and Raven is saying, I just wanted to address him again. He said that, sorry, I guess the seller doesn't have a phone number. He's in St. Louis, but he doesn't have a phone number. I guess he met the guy somewhere, and he just gave him the address. But you're gonna have to really be able to get into his business at some point, find out more details. I, I'm sure that causes a rift if he don't have a phone number. I guess you could still do a deal though.
Well, you got to be able to get in touch with them. That's the main thing. So That part has to be figured out. If you have the address, then the owner obviously matches up. The person you met name matches up as the owner, and that's where skip tracing comes into play. I had talked to the gentleman in Memphis that said he was the greatest skip tracer in the world.
Yeah, I remember him. That was Friday.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was at that house in South Memphis. I remember. Yeah.
yeah. So I actually reached out to him this morning, or what? I don't think he replied back yet.
Remember, he had a house that was. He said it was worth 1.6 or something. We didn't get a chance to talk about it though during that time.
Yeah, I forgot what we said on that.
We didn't. We because didn't have
I'm
enough
talking
time.
about when I actually talked to him.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what we.
Who's that? Elvis Presley's property?
No, it wasn't. But well, it's not a lot of houses in Memphis. There's 1.6. So as you know what I'm saying. So
Huh?
it ain't a lot. It's not.
I'm gonna dispute that.
You don't agree with that? We'll see. I mean, I could be totally wrong. I've been in Memphis all my life.
Yeah, you mean?
I guess
I mean Metro Memphis now, not maybe the city of
there are
Memphis.
some areas that have 1.6.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
like where Jot lives at. That whole area,
Of
is
course.
dollar homes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he said that, it piqued my interest too because I wondered where the house was. He said it was 1.6.
Yeah, I'm looking at 4.9, 4.5, 4.1, 3.9, 2.8, 2. Oh yeah, it's going down in the M.
I didn't say none.
Hey, I could have kept going, man.
I said it's not a lot. I said it's not a lot. Compared to, let's say, somewhere like California.
Well, that's an anomaly everywhere. You know, that's you can't compare that to a lot of places.
Is it a lot of areas in Birmingham that has multi-million-dollar homes?
Probably gonna be some of the Memphis is gonna have enough. If
Like 10%, 10%
I
of
don't know if it's that's a high number. You know what
like
I'm saying?
10.
Let's do. It's just not hard to do. You're talking about now. That's only listed properties I'm looking at. So if that's a listed property, you're gonna have hundreds of properties that fit that mold or whatever. So those are just listed properties that I was looking at.
Mm.
There's some folks that got some money, man.
Well,
And in decent size.
before he died, he still lived in Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if in a decent sized city, there's some folks that got some money.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. But when he said 1.6, and we was talking about a house that was 200,000, and he went to jump to the 1.6. I'm like, well, where is that? Where's that house at? Not to say that don't exist. I know it. Yeah. So, but Jerry, did you live in Memphis, Jerry?
I lived in Memphis. Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
I lived in Memphis.
All right.
Probably was one of the best cities that I lived in.
Go Memphis.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
I love the ratchetness.
Sure, exactly. I was in Dallas, and they, you bring up Memphis. Everybody want to talk about crime. I say it's crime everywhere. I mean,
Yes, it is. Everywhere.
No, like for real.
It all depends on the life you're living. That's it. Crime everywhere. Yes.
Baker and Sexual Natural. First time seeing you here. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Trevor Carvin tapping in from Los Angeles, California.
Cali, let's go, California.
Then we have a property. I'm assuming they want to get it comp. They want 105. I offered 51. Sound like a good offer on 105. I think they might be open to owner financing for 96 with 5 down and 120 payments of 760. Is that too much?
It's going to. Well, no, actually, if they're going to work with those terms, I think that's something you could flip out for sure. Or keep if you got the 5K. Without looking at the property, we ain't looked at the property again. So
we about to look at it right now.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up with it.
And while you're doing that, I just want to do a shout out to Waco sent like 100 more. Waco said, "How do I hit you up?" And he asked,
the number is on my handle on TikTok. You got Flip Man, and then it shows.
It's right there. Show
right. It's right there, Waco.
459645243, Waco.
Yeah, it's right there, Playboy.
Okay. All right. So is this the one? Yep. I already had it pulled up. I didn't realize it. I think you could wholesale it like around 65. You could get if you get it around 65, you could move it back at like 75.
No, he's trying to.
Yeah,
He wants
he's
to own
talking
it.
about the
Try to
on
do
the green.
creative.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like.
What creative?
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
look at the actual property.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
Oh, okay. Brick house.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the house is clean.
yeah. That's definite. If they'll accept those terms, I think you'll be in that Playboy.
Yeah, the house is clean, clean. You could let me see what you could rent it back at. Um, let's go to. Let's not do that. Let's do. Bum, 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 bum. Let me
What's
this is a while.
what was the address?
Let's do.
Throw that address on the screen again.
Okay. Right there.
One quickie.
Let me see something. It's not pulling up. Trying to see what the rent would go for.
I was gonna do the freeway through what's the name?
All right, let me see how you do yours then.
Looks like rents are, based on Zillow, what people are trying to rent for in that same area, 1,200, 15, 12, 14.
Okay.
So yeah, cash flow a little bit.
I mean, if they accept those terms, yeah.
Yeah, but I would look at it more so from just flipping it out to someone that wants to own it. You know what I'm saying, and get a larger down payment. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like instead of flipping it to an investor, yeah, you find someone especially if you're like, hey, I'll give you the full asking of the 105, you sell it back at 150 because with seller finance, it's always the future values, not
mm,
current value. So let's keep that in mind. So if you're doing 150 as far as on the back end, now you asking 10 or 15,000 down, and now you rent it out for 13 or 1,500. So now you just create a cash flow, and at the same time, you're now going to make, let's just say you do a 1 to 2 year term, you're giving that individual 2 years to secure financing. And what happened, guys, the beautiful part about seller finance is that you can always rinse and repeat it. I'm getting ready to file an eviction right now.
mm,
I got to send out a notice.
mm.
Hey, I already sent one out last month.
These terms are good then.
Well, yeah, but you can still own it for an investor. That's only what six. What is that? That no, that's 10 years, right? So that's 10 years. Um, so 760. So let's say worst case 1,200,
1,200.
right? So that's what is that 340? Is that no? It's more than that.
Four forty.
That's more
That's
than
that's um that's 440.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that ain't a bad little spread, even if that's the worst case on it. So 10 years he's paid it off. If he wants to speed that up, obviously he could, just throw it all on it, right? And if they're going to accept that with no interest, oh, that'll be highly attractive to investors, right? So now they're getting into a property with only, well, they got to pay you, but we'll just say you wanted 10. I mean, 10, if it was, you wanted five, they put five down, so they in at 10. They rent it back out, and they could just be aggressive with their payments on it. And
You don't, you don't want to give that to no investor. You want to keep that.
oh, I'm just saying that somebody might not want to keep that.
Oh,
Oh, they may not want to. They may not. Some people don't want. They may not. They may want to.
just be in and out of the deal,
Yeah, it's beyond out of the deal. Yeah, I'm just
collect
just
some
giving the
money.
other option.
I
Yeah.
feel you. I
hmm
feel you.
Yeah. Um. But I'm just saying. So it'll be. That's how it could be attractive to them because there's no interest. Number one.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So.
For sure.
And Waco on TikTok, he sent some. lightning bolts, all type of stuff. So, but text the number 205-964-5243. See, I got hooked up with the text line. I pulled a list of my area, but I need guidance on the cold calling.
I got you, man. No problem.
Yeah. All right. And Shelton is Delaware in the building. He just confirmed that it's boomerang detailing is what it is. Okay, well, that's what's up.
Boomerang detail. What is that? That's the name of
That's
it.
on his icon on his Facebook thing.
Ty,
Okay.
you know what? I literally just flipped the property to an investor. You're right. I did an assignment. We locked the property up around 85, but we did subject to though.
Mhm.
So, we do a lot of subject to. So we did a subject to, and then we assigned our rights and interest to the property and collected like a 10K assignment fee and just kept it pushing. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me address Instagram, and then we probably go into topic. It's been an hour and 2 minutes, but
Oh damn,
he
we've been on
wants to know:
an hour
do you
already.
buy in Atlanta? He said he's a seller, and he has a 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath in the Fulton area of Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
So you want to put your number up for the
Yeah,
real Noto?
yeah, hit me up. Hit me up. If you want to give out his number, he could text me. But yeah, hit us up, man.
Yeah.
Three one
Text.
eight 588 7134. Just text me right now so we can talk.
Because we got some others, but we're an hour in. So if you want to do that, go into the topic. Flip man.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll just hitting the dude up that this what's the name? All right,
yeah.
so the one that on TikTok.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, he
That's,
reached out.
yeah,
Okay, so
he's aggressive. But shout out to you, man. I
I
appreciate
love
it.
action takers, man. That's not
Yeah,
a
you're an action taker. I love that. I love to see the
yeah.
hustle. Go ahead.
Yeah, so today's topic, we ride into that probably once every couple of months. Is wholesaling real estate the fastest way to quit your job? I don't know if it's just the fastest way, but it's going to be in there. It could be because of the opportunity to pick up a check that covers your entire year's salary. That is like very possible depending on where you are at. As far as what your income is on a yearly basis total. It could easily do that, right? I ain't gonna say it's gonna be easy to get to it, but it could easily do that. A payday could do that. So, you may have to, be in a position to have to make that decision. The famous words of Marlo Stanfield. That's one of them good problems. But to answer the question again, now it's going to be based on your situation. Let's just say, I don't know, I'm gonna just say you make 75 grand a year, right? And you could do that with a house. You could do that with a house, definitely a couple, maybe three, over the course of we'll just say over a 3 to 6 month period. That could easily happen, right? Um, uh, Again, let me take the word easy out. Those amounts of money are not out of the norm. Let me put it. I ain't say it can easily happen, but it definitely can happen. In that time frame, or it could be one land deal that lands you that type of money, right? And so that just say you started today, and today is July 14th, and September 14th, you picking up a check, getting a wire in your bank account for 75 grand, right? So you've already worked most of the year. You probably accumulated most of whatever you're going to get out of your salary for that year. You got 3 months left. So you're like, damn, man, wow. Like, ooh. And then go into work feeling real good. This is like real good. And you may have this boss that's always been on your back, or you may got looked over for a promotion you thought you should have gotten. And you say, I don't have to do this anymore. You already sort of took care of your business. You had a little savings or whatever, over the years or whatever. And you say, I don't have to do this anymore. Right. And so you you call up. I'm just giving you a scenario. You call up to the clerk's desk. I don't feel too good today. I'm gonna leave early, and you report out for the next 2 weeks, and then one day you just go up there and put in a notice on the clerk's desk and your immediate supervisor's desk that you are done. I am explaining to you what happened to me, right? I went in one day. I don't remember if I had just did a deal, but and I'm out, the job I was customer service at Bell South, which is now they bought them a few years back, AT&T, and I was in customer service. But we had to be on time. You had certain quotas you had to meet as far as sales, even though we were sort of customer service, they still want you to offer people products, and you had certain numbers you wanted to meet or whatever. So they were just always on you. Great job. I really liked the job, but it was a little pressure for sure. So somebody said something a little crazy to you, boy, or whatever, and I say, hey, I don't have to do this anymore. Like so, and I had been at it for 3 years. I really could have quit after the first year, but I was afraid to. I was like, I don't have to do this anymore. So I don't feel too good. Hey, your boy reported out. And so the way they would do, if you didn't come to work, either you were gonna call them. If I supposed to been there at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Either I'm gonna call them or they're gonna be calling you. Like, where you at? You know what I'm saying? So I'll go ahead and just call them. I ain't coming in it down, so I still don't feel good. So I was gonna probably be fired when I came back, or gonna be some serious disciplinary where it's gonna be not much more I could do after that. I was gonna be fired or whatever. But at that point, I had did okay. I didn't do as well as I should have done with the money I was obtaining. I was a little wild, a lot younger. Had just got out of a long-term relationship that I was somewhat devastated from, so I wasn't making the best financial decisions. With the way I was living, or whatnot, I was just doing no crazy stuff, but I was just pretty loose. But I still was making so much money that it didn't really matter, right? And so at that time, or it appeared that way. Let me just say. So I was definitely doing what I was doing on my job. I was probably doing 3 times what I was bringing in each month or whatever, with just wholesaling part time. And so if I look back on it, I still really wasn't in a position to quit. I should have had a lot more money saved when I quit. But again, I was just generating so much money that I never missed a beat at that time. So um, but again, it was relatively easy for me to make that decision because I know I was good financially because of what I had them put in place, and I had the machine running or whatever. So that's going to be different for everyone. I don't recommend anyone quitting their gig without having at least 6 months. At a minimum of 6 months, ideally a year of your living expenses, whatever that is for you, and what are you responsible for before you do that. Now, some people, they'll quit just off the top, just the thought of this, and they quit or whatever. It is what it is, but I wouldn't recommend that, you know what I'm saying, without the income replacement. But I would recommend that as dwarfing your income to make it just, so you reduce your risk, because now you are in business for yourself. And so entrepreneurship sounds good, but it ain't for everybody, because you have to get very comfortable with not knowing when your next payday is coming. You have to get very comfortable with that, and it can be stressful, to the point that it's not good for you. So at the end of the day, we're trying to be happy regardless of what your income levels are. So just it's just going to depend on the individual. Like I say, ideally, I would recommend before you leaving your current income to go into this is to have a certain amount of money saved. I would say at least 6 months, ideally a year of your living expenses. That's my recommendation to someone. So I know everybody goes about it differently, but even looking back, I really wasn't. I should have had more money than what I did, but again, I was making so much money that it was still okay that I did it. But I was a little wild, so I still wasn't doing what I should have done. What I'm telling you to do. That's why I can say it. So
That's what's up.
everybody's different on it. So
But you said you waited 2 years.
3 years.
Three years. Okay.
Mhm. But and part of that was because I had quit previously to that. Like I said, and I was working at the Elmwood Cemetery selling pre-arrangements. That was 100% commission. That was the first time I had ever done something like that, and I was terrible at it. Right, and so it was just such a humbling, shocking, scary experience that even when I started, I was back at Bell South making the money there and wholesaling. I was still afraid to quit. That was the crazy thing about it, or whatever. So, you know.
And it's always, I know a lot of people don't talk about this part when you're quitting your job is insurance too. So,
Well, that really wasn't. A dude told me. People think about that, and I remember this guy out there, Roland Beach, and I wonder what he's doing. He's one of the first guys that investors that I sort of got to know a little bit. And I asked him about that, and he said, "No, I can pay for. I got pay for health insurance. It's a little more than what you would on the job or whatever, but you're making a lot more, so it's a drop in the bucket." I said, "Well, what about like vision and dental?" He said, "Oh, I just pay for that, like that." He said, "I'm not gonna pay no monthly on these. I'll just pay for that or whatever because you make so much money, as an investor or whatever. But the health, that can get up there, whereas those others." That's normally something he can just pay out of his pocket. That's the way he handled it. I ain't saying somebody else should do it that way. That's just the way he handled it or whatever. So now, of course, the older you get, you already have some underlying health situations. Then that has to be taken in consideration for sure. But you could be on a gig, doesn't mean that's guaranteed they're gonna let you keep coming through their doors at the same time. So you know, but I guess you can go get another job with health benefits too. So I guess that's always a possibility or whatever. So that's again that's another part of being an entrepreneur. Because they offer, I have health insurance, I pay for it. So it is what it is. You know. I've been fortunate enough. At this point, I don't have any underlying conditions that I'm aware of. I'm not on any medications or anything, so mine is going to be relatively cheap. Cost of that, even though I'll be 55 in 17 days or whatever. So of course that can change or whatever. So I try to eat okay, but I could do a hell of a lot better or whatever. So that shit will catch up with you at some point. So.
I know. Yeah. All right. I am Jamie. Oh, did you want to say something, Jeffrey, about the
About the I'm very biased, man. I'm very biased. I've been hustling since I got out of college.
Yeah,
So
you're not the norm. Most people,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah. So yeah, so you used to 100% commission. I
all
had
day,
never,
all day.
I
Yeah,
had never done that. Most people
all
are not
day.
like that. They
Yeah,
can't fathom not knowing I'm gonna get paid every week. I'm gonna get paid every 2 weeks. They can't say what now? So they just can't wrap their mind around that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a serious mental hurdle you got to. And then if you got other mouths to feed, that's even more so that you have to take in consideration. Now the flip side of that is one of my homeboys, the one that I talk about often, that's great sales do, and the one that came up with the half a zero. He was like, see, his thing is he said, because I don't have the kids, but he said, if your child depended on, can you go ahead and make one sale today? He's like, if your child's life depended on, can you go out here and make one sale today or whatever? So that's where he's going to take it from that mindset. That sounds good, but everybody ain't built that way, So,
everybody ain't built that way.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm very biased, man.
so you have to go about it a little bit more
Like,
strategically.
cause I'm more of I'll do whatever it takes to get it done.
Yeah,
Back against the wall, the whole nine. Like, figure it out, make it happen.
yeah,
Um, I was looking at my mom the other day, and I was like, man, out of all of your kids, I know I'm like the most riskiest one. And she was like, nah, I know you good. Like, you run your own business. Like, you spend nothing but time with your kids. Like, you're the last person I'm worried about. And I was like, oh, I never look at it like that. So yeah.
yeah.
and the real Noto said he did send his number to you. I don't know if you got it. This is the guy that has the 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath in Atlanta.
Yeah. We just talked.
All right. And I am Jamie. It's saying my guy Flip Man still going strong. Years later, I see good stuff. Okay. And also, well, let me go on TikTok because on TikTok, was it Stacy Paschal is saying if I want to partner with you, and I'm just reading the statement. It says if I want to partner with you, add square footage by 25 if livable and $40 a square foot if not livable. Correct. But that's all she said. So I don't know what that
Oh,
reference.
she must have been watching the video or something. So she
Okay.
trying to she trying to calculate the repairs on the property.
Repairs, the repairs.
Yeah, she just trying to calculate the repairs. That's all.
Which brings me to Kevin Fraley's question, which he asks. So in most cases, what you guys are saying is I don't need to pay for an appraisal on the property before I offer it to the seller. I think he's meaning to the buyer.
No.
Yeah. He, Kev. Okay, so I'm glad you said that. That lets us know where you're starting at, and welcome aboard, man. You know I'm gonna give you special attention. You from where my home girl from. So what we're doing here is called wholesaling, right? And so, all right, okay. So the end goal is to find a great real estate deal and to give investors an opportunity to purchase from you, right? They're going to use their cash and or credit, normally just cash or whatever, some form of a fast money, basically. And so the reason you don't won't need any money is because you've developed the skill of identifying a great real estate deal. Because you have developed that skill, now you can pass that along to someone that's willing to fund the deal, but also compensate you for finding the deal. So how does that happen? So you find a house. We're just going to talk about houses, and depending on the condition that will factor in. So the first thing you have to figure out is the end game. What will this house sell for in excellent condition? So we're not going to hire an appraiser to do that. It's too many tools here online that will allow you to do it yourself appraisal, basically. And there's no one number on an appraiser. If you send 3 appraisers out to a house, they'll come back with 3 different numbers, but they should be close to each other. So you just ballparking it, basically. That's all you need is that general ballpark. So once that happens, now there's a formula that you can use, but I've simplified it with a simple general calculator that allow you just to plug in a number. It'll tell you what you need to offer based on once you determine what we call the ARV, the after repair value, meaning what will it appraise for once it's fixed up. So there are 3 sites that we can use mainly. So if you Google the address, you're going to normally pull up 3 different values from these sites. They're not always accurate, but it's enough to go by for what we're trying to do. Zillow, Realtor.com, and Redfin. Those, like we looked at that one in Las Vegas a moment ago. I think Zillow was like 463, Redfin was like 461, and Realtor.com was 464. That's perfect. So we're going to go with 460, or you could have used any one of those numbers. So once we get that number, now we can start to go backwards to get to our number with the buyer. So a simple thing that we do, I created a table. And it makes sense if I show you. I created a table that on my site, zomps.com. If you go here to the home page here, right? To the left. Let's see here. Come on, internet. All right, boom. All right, so if you go here to find deals, right? Really slow. I don't know why we're going so slow here. Okay, so if you scroll down, you'll see a little table right here, right? And so it's based on the price points. 75,000 and below, 20% offer. 75,000 to 150, 40%. And you can see the rest of it. So you can use this and do the math, but I have a little calculator here that you can do that with, right? So if I hit create offer, right, and once it gets over there, because it's going very slow for some reason, I guess my internet bogged down a little bit. Come on. All right, so we're going to use that property a moment ago. So if I put 460,000 in here, all right, it gave a number 276, was basically what we were saying, right? Based on what other buyers are buying for, or whatever. We ain't seen none of that. But it came up around the number where we need to be, and so that should be at 60%, based on the table, right? So once we get that number, so now if we know buyers are paying something like that, right? We could probably roll with this number based on what we researched, that 276, and just say we had a buyer that we would advertise the property at a higher number. We have it under contract with the seller for 276,000, but we advertise it at a higher number. We'll say 330. Somebody comes back and say, "Hey, I can't do 330. I'll do 310." So now you're talking about a $36,000 payday. Now this is on a little higher side, but that's real. That happens every day, all day, or whatever. So now you would put it under contract with the seller for the 276,000. Your buyers say they'll pay 310. You'll put it in a contract with your buyer for 310,000, and you get the difference. That's how you get paid, and that's how you don't need any money to pull deals off, because your buyer's funding the deal, because you just presented them an opportunity where money just literally fell out of the sky that they can make money on a piece of real estate, whether they're going to fix and flip or whether they're going to buy and hold or whatever. So that's why an appraiser per se is not needed. We do it ourselves or whatever. Because if you had to run the business that way, you'd be running right out of business because of the time frame it takes for them to do it, the cost of it, and a lot of times the numbers don't work. So we have to be able to. But it's not brain surgery. The only thing you're doing is comparing what other properties are sold for or whatever, similar properties within a certain distance, within a certain time frame. That's it.
Over on TikTok, Rash Rhythms has a question. His question is, quick question. Would you recommend somebody who has an accent to do this type of a business?
Why not? America's a melting pot, baby. Hey, just confidence go a long way, baby. Just sounding like you know what you're talking about go a long way. Don't BS people, but just knowing what you're talking about, that goes a long way.
Google Khan, what his name? Millionaire Khan or something like that?
Yeah, King Kong. Yeah, Kong. Uh-huh.
Google King Kong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. Because
you see the difference from when he first started to where he's at now.
Mm-hmm.
His English got better, but when he first started though, and that boy is killing it. Great following, by the way. Great following.
And KGN on Instagram is asking question. I'm trying to get these offers out. How many are you all doing a week? I think my local realtor is tired of me.
I hope you're not fooling with just your local realtor. Let's start right there.
KGN.
But explain what you're doing before we even go into that. Just be a little bit more clear what your process is, because you're not following the KISS method if you're using one realtor.
Okay, let us see if she follows up that question.
Yeah, if you doing the KISS, she good and tired of you.
Mark Glasper, my fault. Ty, I want to thank you for the free game you putting out for free. Thank you, my brother. May God continue to bless you from Mobile.
What's happening, man? What part of Mobile? What high school you went to, Playboy?
Mobile.
Plenty of folks down there. Got a brother, aunt with 8 kids and 130 grandchildren, some ridiculous number. Got a huge family down there in Mobile, for sure. A lot of good friends, too.
Kevin had followed up.
Yeah, no, you don't never.
Wait. Well, he followed. It seemed like he has some experience with the the commercial side. He said, "In my company name, I've been in the on the house game and commercial side as a builder and remodeling contract, and I want to sell and flip now." So I don't know if that changes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So you're in real estate. You just have to take that hat off on the normal process when you're talking about wholesaling. We do a lot of the calculations and underwriting ourselves without bringing in an inspector, without bringing in an appraiser. That's part of being able to the speed of it. Because a lot of times sellers are dealing with you because of the speed of it. They're not even the money matters, but it's not the most important thing. How fast I can get some money. A lot of times that's the reason why they deal with you. And so to be able to do that, you have to be able to, do all that stuff yourself, have a general idea. We don't have to be experts. You just have to have a general idea what stuff costs, what something will be worth in in the end game.
And Miss Crystal
Do
Michelle.
this. Just Kevin, just do this, man. Uh, Let me throw my email up here. Um, Hey, why I make that difficult myself? There it is, right there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, my bad.
Miss Crystal Michelle over on Instagram is saying, "I have been trying to wholesale for over a year." Well, she just said a year,
Mhm.
but I can never find any buyers.
That's a very common thing that I hear, in all the interaction I have with people. And so, and then normally what I'll do if I have the time, I'll just maybe, especially if they send me a property or something, but I'll just pull up a random property and give them an example of how, and we'll do that right now. Or why not? We'll do that right now. So, let me do this first.
This
So
is Miss
yeah,
Crystal
this tool that we use is called Investor Base. I'm an affiliate of it. You can text the word boss or text the word feed 205-964-5243. But it's an amazing tool. These guys done a really good job at it. So let me
Oh,
find a
it's not on the screen though.
yeah, I'm trying to find a property first. Um that just let me I'll just go to my what I know. So we'll do 18 play. All right, so real quick. So
You want to look up this property that Jerome McClendon put in?
yeah, we can do that. We can do
Okay.
Um, what's the what? Oh,
I guess it's on the screen. It's on the
okay,
screen.
my bad, my bad. What city is this?
It
You know
looks
what?
like I think it's on Bradenton, but just to verify it though.
Yeah, we need to know the city, man.
Yeah,
Um,
Looks like it's a duplex. Huh?
it's a multifamily. Yeah,
Still need to know the address. That could be
All right,
anywhere.
let me take it off the thing.
Yeah, that could be anywhere. I need to remove one of these. Okay, so let me find it. Okay, I got one. So let me share my screen. Um, Damn, what am I doing? They changed the thing down. I need to always changing stuff. All right, so she said she couldn't find a buyer. So going back to that, right? What am I doing? All right, so I'm just gonna pull up a property and just to show you. So, oh, well, I'm going too fast. All right, so what you're looking at here? So we're gonna look at a mile radius to this property. All right. The other thing we can do, we can say, what's the most recent transaction? I can do 3 months, 6 months. I'm normally going to do a year. All right, and then I can choose the property type. So we're talking about houses for the most part. We're gonna say single family, right? All right. So I'm going to put in an address.
Before you get into that, Ty, because you know she gonna have a follow up question because she says she's in St. Louis, so she might feel like it's different in her area.
I can pull up St. Louis. I got
You know what
one.
I'm saying? So yeah, because she may.
Um, Now, St. Louis is a non-disclosure, so it's a little different. But we can still, because it's a really decent sized market, we can see the activity, and I can figure out what they still paying or whatever. It just takes an extra step or
Okay.
whatever. But they're like, we just pull up this random property right here. So boom, that's all buyer activity. The light blue are flippers. and the green or landlords. So that's 66 results. Now that doesn't mean 66 different buyers, because sometimes these are multiple buyers, which is a good thing. They're very active in this area. But if I zoom out, that's 1 mile within the last year. You see what I'm saying? That's just a small portion. That's a small area in St. Louis, a very small condensed area. The reason you don't have buyers, I hadn't seen any of your deals, but I would be willing to put up some money, is because you don't have great deals. You just have properties under contract. There's a difference, right? You need great deals to get these people's attention. And so not only will it show you how much activity is going on near a property, it'll also show you what they're willing to pay, which is really important because that helps you negotiate with the seller. So now all that ARV and none of that, it matters, but it don't matter. Because what's going to matter in this particular market is what they're willing to pay in this area for a similar house, right? So if you have this much activity, then you're going to be able to easily see that. But sometimes you'll go into areas and you don't see a lot of activity. Normally it's going to be hard to do a deal. Normally, from my experience of being with this tool and over the last several months, normally it matches up that it's going to probably be a little tough. Now, we can go back. Sometimes you can go back in time a little bit. So if we go back 2 years and still leave the same distance, it's going to probably increase this number a little bit. I don't know how much more. So it went up to 95. Instead of 66, it went up to 95 results. So there's a little more activity because we went back 24 months. So it's a little more activity. Now, you can do this. A lot of times this won't give you any real benefit or whatever, but you can go out distance-wise. Now, this is in areas where, well, it could be either or. So you can go out distance-wise. Now, if you're in a smaller town, you might have to go out of distance because they might just buy all over the little town because they don't get a lot of opportunities, right? But in a city like that's densely populated like St. Louis, once you go out 2-3 miles, you might start pulling in some buyers that really don't buy in that area, even though it seems close, but to them it ain't close. Or what, I don't buy over there. And it may be 2-3 blocks over. I don't buy over there. There has to be a boundary somewhere where people buy and they don't buy or whatever. But if I take this out 2 years, 2 miles, so let's see how much activity we see now. So now that goes, it still stayed at 95. So it didn't even really increase any by going out a further distance or whatever. So it is what it is on this one. But to bring it back home, if you're in St. Louis, you have a great deal. You'll be able to move it really quickly. Your numbers probably don't work. It is really that simple. See, guys, what you have to think about, these people out here are constantly looking for a deal. They got money to spend. They want to make their money work for them. Deals are not easy to come by. So if you present them with an opportunity to make money, again, money just literally fell out of the sky, right? Because you found and negotiated a great deal, and they want to do business with you. It's that simple. But if you bring them something that's not the numbers don't work, a lot of times they won't even return your call once you send them all the detail. It's a time waster for them. So, but text the word boss to 205-964-5243. I think we've been rolling pretty hard, guys. And we were 30 minutes late. Not no fault of you all's, but mine's. So appreciate the guys joining us here. You see, let me throw Chevo's info back up here. See how to contact Chevy here also. You can email me at tiedealator.com or you can text it 205-964-5243. Appreciate everyone again that joined us. I guess we'll see you on, that'd be 16th of July. Boy, this time didn't flew by, boy. Wednesday around 12:30 ish. Thanks. And we will see you on the FLIP SID.
Flip man. It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash.